Hello everyone and welcome to Group 2's Social Innovation Project Proposal. I am Anand and today all our group members will be presenting. We have Anandapreet, Denise, Irisha, Ismira, Latifa, Marcella, Nadia, Nina and Yojun Fei presenting. Now I'm going to give a brief introduction of the topic we were given and what we narrowed it down to. So we were given women's empowerment. That is giving women access to opportunities and resources to have the ability to control their own life within and outside their homes. We narrowed it down to creating a social innovative product to help out women who are thinking of or already pursuing a career in STEM. Now, what does STEM stand for? STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Now I shall pass it on to Nandapreet, who will give us a more detailed introduction of the topic we picked.
Only 28% of jobs in STEM are held by women, and men outweigh women in most STEM undergraduate majors. In several future professions that develop the quickest and provide the best wages, such as computer science and engineering, there are large gender inequalities. STEM jobs contribute to reducing the gender wage gap, improving the economic security of women, ensuring a strong and diverse STEM workforce, and preventing inequalities in these disciplines and the goods and services they generate. According to Pew Research Center, the average STEM worker makes 2/3 more than those who work in other professions. Our targets are women working in STEM industries, young women and girls currently studying STEM courses in universities and colleges, and girls considering pursuing STEM for their further education.
The potential problems of this topic is that the woman can be treated differently in this field since it is a male-dominated industry and only 6% continue to be professional, while female graduates only graduates about 26% in Malaysia. Secondly, some of the challenges or difficulties that they experience are gap between women's abilities. And also, women can face gender discrimination, and the challenges towards the female engineers start when their abilities to perform off-site or going to foreign places is deemed inadequate by others. Childcare is also one of the major problems as the responsibility towards their child and to manage their career is always causing difficulties and challenges to women engineers. So the potential needs are a better work environment for women since there might be a harassment, bias, or others. And a better salary for because some industry had a salary gap between male and female workers. And better facilities for mothers such as paid maternity leave.
Hello, my name is Nadia, and I'm representing about the interview questions. So these are the interview questions we gathered. Do you face any discrimination within or like going into the field? Do you feel fairly treated within the field? What are your feelings on the equality in this field? Do you feel that there is gender split in your field or class? What inspired you to go into this field? Were you encouraged to go into this field and why? What was your experience in getting hired in this field? And lastly, do you feel like the expectations to get married making difficulties in your dream in the STEM? And that's all for me. Thank you.
From the chart, we can know that 24% experience the discrimination in their journey through the science field, while 43% not experience the discrimination. And in the next chart, we have two biggest factors of contributing to discrimination are gender discrimination and physical appearance, which is in 42% and 33%. And luckily, 81% people didn't face sexual harassment when it comes to the institution. And then almost 62% felt that marriage would become an issue if they decided to further their studies to higher levels. But 38% didn't feel that. While in the next chart, 53% do not experience the pressure to get married or start a new family will hinders their ability to achieve their dream. And from the responses, it can be seen that almost 53% feel this field is not equal between genders. Unfortunately, 33% they are unable to dress up themselves freely, but we have 38% say they are able. For the last chart, 52% people feel unfair, like people have treated them differently from the male colleagues, such as male are skilled more than them.
Other than the forms, we also interviewed 3 individuals who are currently studying in the STEM field or previously had studied in the STEM field. The first is a girl who is studying Foundation in Science at IMU. The second is a lady who took her degree in chemical engineering but currently is not working in the STEM field. And the third is a guy who is studying for his master's in chemistry at Oxford. From these interviews, we can see that there is an unequal amount of representation of role models, and STEM feels like a boys' field, which makes women who go into the field feel out of place. They are also often compared to guys and told to be more like them. The stereotype that women are bad at maths also carries even until higher education. This stereotype can be seen by the gender ratio in fields that are mathematics heavy, such as physics and computer science, which has a much lower ratio of women in that field compared to fields such as chemistry or biology.
So for the how might we part in the defining stage of our project, we tried to think from different point of views where we could actually help the issue of gender inequality. That way we could come up with more ideas to help the issue. So over here we have, how might we reduce the stereotype that women are less capable? How might we improve the education for women? How might we spread awareness that STEM is not a field just for men? How might we promote the interest of STEM subjects to the younger females? How might we stop the sexualization of women over what they wear? And how might we improve the working environment for women to be less discriminated? And how might we show that it's possible for women to both have children and still excel in the STEM field if that is her interest?
The next 5 questions for the defined part are the next ones. How might we affect number of scholarships in STEM fields for women? And how might we help women stop being afraid of expressing themselves in STEM field? How might we help women to feel safer in this field? How might we make men acknowledge existence of the problem?
and how might we cooperate with men to help women adjust in the field?
After define came our group's process of ideation. Ideation is the third stage in the design thinking process, and at this point, ideas and solutions were generated through brainstorming. And during this process, quantity was valued more than quality, so we wanted to get out as many ideas as possible. As you can see here, these were most of our ideas for this project for how we were going to encourage girls to go into the field of STEM. And I will now say like two of our ideas. So one of our ideas was to host experiment workshop for high school students. And another idea was to create cartoons about achievements of women in STEM. We made sure that all group members' voices were heard during this process, during this stage, and we all had equal chances to speak and give our opinions.
After the brainstorming session, we separated the ideas into a couple of categories. The first was to separate the ideas by the audience that they were intended for. For example, workshops that would help unemployed women were separated from workshops that would promote STEM to younger girls. There are also more general promotion of awareness for women in STEM, such as the video ideas or the cartoons. We also separated the ideas by their methods of carrying them out. For example, there are the workshops, whether they are for adult women or for younger girls. There are the fundraising ideas. There is the ideas of creating networks or communities. And there is also a general social media promotion.
Okay, so hello, my name is Irisha, and I will be presenting the final solution that our group has come to. So as you saw earlier from our earlier sites, we had many sticky notes and many great ideas that were within our capabilities, and we were able to categorize those by their activities and what they aim for. From those categories, we were able to come up with 4 ideas that we decided to combine. These are to raise funds to supply underprivileged girls with gadgets along with coding workshops, cartoon about achievements of women in STEM, create a book of local female role models in the STEM field, and to have a pop-up stall to raise funds for donations for opening up workshops for women in STEM. We understood that cartoons and book about local female role models or just women in STEM in general already existed by other authors, so we decided on our final solution, which was to have a pop-up or fundraiser to promote cartoon books about women in STEM and using any proceeds from this to donate to organizations. So this would generally be aimed towards younger children who are interested in STEM or for their parents who are interested in enrolling their children in schools that provide STEM programs. So this would sort of like invoke passion or like the feeling of wanting to be in that field, especially for younger girls who are usually discouraged to enter this field. Activities that we plan to do in this fundraiser was sort of like for younger children, we would have book readings of the books that were written by these women about women in STEM. Or for older children, we could show them like a little mini coding workshop where we showed them like introduction to coding for children. And so from this, we would hope to inspire younger children to further their studies and to have achievements and succeed in STEM. Thank you. That will be all from us, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.